Hi, my name is Rob Wissenant, and today I'm going to show you how to install MyClickBoss Pro. Okay, I've already downloaded the zip file, and what I'm going to first do is unzip it to a directory on my local hard drive. I use 7-Zip. You can use whatever unzipping program that you prefer. And I'm going to extract it. And you'll see inside the zip file you're going to find an installation manual. You can double click that. That'll open it up in an Adobe Reader. And this will cover exactly what I'm going to go through today. There's a few files that I'm going to need to edit. Okay, the first thing I'd like to tell you about is we do have an installation service. If you don't want to install it yourself, just go back to the MyClickBoss Pro site and open a support ticket and arrange for installation. Okay, we're going to make some preliminary steps right now. We're going to decide where to install MyClickBoss Pro. In my particular case, I'm going to install it in the root of the domain because I've set up a separate subdomain called demo.myclickboss.pro.com that I'm going to install the script in. The next step is I'm going to have to decide on what geo IP location services I want to support. I'm going to go with the MaxMine, and I'm going to go with the free database. So what I'm going to do is copy this link right here. Actually, let's see it. I'm going to copy this link right here. I'm going to open up my web browser. I'm going to paste the link in the web browser. This should start a download. I'm going to pick Save As, and I'm going to save it to my installation folder on my local hard drive. I'm going to open that file folder up again, and I'm going to unzip this. Now I'm going to go into the folder that was just created. Now it's a tar file, so I'm going to have to unzip it too. I'm going to extract it here. Now what we want is this one that ends in MMDB. We're going to copy it. I'm going to paste it back here in my work folder. Now we're going to go back to the instructions. I'm going to be using a plain text editor to edit the script files. The one I use is Notepad++. You can see it here. You can get this one. It's totally free. Now the first step I'm going to do now is to create an empty MySQL database. Okay, I've already logged into cPanel on my website that I'm going to be installing the script. I'm going to use the MySQL database wizard. It's going to ask me for a name. I'm going to call it MCBP. Now I'm going to create a user, MCBP, and I'm going to choose a password. I'm going to create the user. I'm going to give it all privileges. So I click the all privileges checkbox and click on next step. Now that I've completed that step, I've got a username, a database name, and the password. First file I'm going to edit is called config.inc.php. I'm going to locate that. It's in the admin folder. Go down here, you see config.inc.php. I'm going to edit it in Notepad++. The first line, it says host, localhost. Most likely that'll work for your server. If for some reason your host uses a separate MySQL server than the server you're on, you'll have to get the actual address for it and place it right here where it says localhost. I'm going to put the username, between the single quote marks, and I'm going to get the password. Paste it here, and the database name was the same as the username in this case. If yours is different, make sure you copy the right one. Place it in the database field. Now I'm going to save this file. That's all we need to do as far as the config file goes. Now next one we're going to edit is the install.inc.php file. So let's go back and get it. It's just in the root folder, and there it is. Edit that with Notepad++. I'm going to enter my name on the first line between the quotes, the login email that I'd like to use, and a login password. Okay, since I chose the MaxMind database, I'm going to enter MaxMind. This is the GeoService company that I chose, so I'm entering MaxMind between the two quote marks. Now the database name. This is the database that you extracted. You can place that name right here, and we're going to save this file also. Okay, now if you're going to install it in a subfolder or something, you'll want to create the folder that you want to install it in. I'm installing it in the root of the domain. So now I'm going to bring up FileZilla, and I'm going to upload the main scripts. I'll move into the public HTML folder. So I'm going to upload the admin folder and all the supporting files. This will usually go pretty quick. And now I've got to upload that database that I downloaded for the GeoFile database. So let's go find it. And we've got to go into the admin folder. In the Geo folder. And we're going to upload it. Now we've got to set some file permissions. You can do this through your FTP program. We want to take the htaccess file, Click on it, right click, change the file permissions to 666. Same with the HTPassword file. And there's one more file called exportfile.txt we need to change. So we'll scroll down here until we find it. Change it to 666. Okay, now we've got all the script files uploaded. Now we need to install the actual tables to the database. We're going to do that by running the install PHP script. So what I'm going to do is bring up my browser and point the browser to where I uploaded the install.php script and run it. It should say installation complete. If you get some type of errors here, you're going to have to sit down and figure out what you did wrong. But if everything goes right, it'll say installation complete. Now I can go to the admin folder, enter the username and password that I chose. The email was your username, remember. I'm going to click OK. Now you see everything looks right. We're in the main screen of My ClickBoss Pro. Now we need to do just a little cleanup for security. We're going to need to delete 2 files. So let's bring up the file FTP program you're using, and you're looking for the install and the install inc.php script. You want to delete these. That's it. You've successfully installed your copy of My ClickBoss Pro.